Welcome back guys. Techland is celebrating Dying Light's 10th anniversary by releasing a free update for the game that enhances the game's visuals. This is the update log. High resolution textures, upscale skyboxes and clouds, ultra level quality shadows, fully remastered soundtrack from the original composer, new tracks and ambient themes added to the game. In this video I'll be testing the game on my Rog Ally running on Windows 11 and Steam Deck running on SteamOS. You can grab the game's definitive 10th anniversary edition for Rs 300 only. In US it's priced at around $10. Good to see Techland employing regional pricing. That's why the game in India is almost 1/3 of its price in US. Anniversary edition includes the game's DLCs. I'll kick things off with Rog Ally. First I'll show you the base game performance. After that I'll be running the game using LSFG and AFMF 2.1. Adrenaline settings for the game: FreeSync enabled, VSync disabled, anti-lag setting enabled. I've set the UMF buffer size to 6 GB. My Ally is running on BIOS version 3.1. Install Ally's latest official GPU driver that added support for Tomb the Dark Ages. Using a 27 watts manual profile, all 3 power values set at 27 watts. CPU boost disabled, resolution set to 900p. Connected my Flydigi Vader 4 Pro controller to Ally via Bluetooth mode. Launch the game. We are in. It's an open world survival horror game played from a first person perspective. Game story follows undercover agent Crane, who is sent to infiltrate a quarantine zone in a fictional Middle Eastern city called Haran. Game features a dynamic day and night cycle in which zombies are slow and clumsy during the daytime, but at nighttime they become very aggressive. Game can be played in either solo or co-op mode. I'll be playing it in solo mode. Game settings: 900p resolution. Display mode set to full screen. VSync off. No FPS cap applied. Everything set to high. View distance set to 50%. Ambient occlusion enabled. NVIDIA effects disabled. Anti-aliasing on. Film grain and chromatic aberration effects disabled. Using a custom afterburn overlay to show you the performance metrics. I skipped the tutorial. Straight away jumped into the open world. Yeah, here FPS is close to 60. Hitting the GPU bottleneck as expected. VRAM usage is close to 4.5 GB. Depends on the area. I'm looking for the undead. It's the daytime, so they won't be very aggressive. There's one. Another one. It's a horde here. Need to be careful. It's my lead pipe. We can even kick them. See? Look at that frame pacing graph. Flat line. No stuttering at all. It's a very nicely optimized game. Just sprint, grab the legs, running on the rooftops. Parkour elements. FPS can be very variable depending on the area. On the rooftops it's close to 60 to 70. It's the perfect scenario for enabling any frame generation technique. I'll just enable LSFG. Show you LSFG setting. Frame generation section. Type set to LSFG 3.1. Mode fixed. Multiplier set to 2. LSFG will try to double the FPS. Flow scale maxed out. Not using LSFG's performance mode. Not using any of lossless scaling, subscaling algorithms. Sync mode set to default. Max frame latency set to 1. Draw FPS setting on. Capture API DXGI. Q target set to 1. Clip cursor setting on. Hotkey for enabling LSFG control Alt and S. Start as admin setting on. I'll just apply a 60 FPS cap using RTSS. In the indoor areas, FPS will exceed 60 on Ally. In order to get LSFG working, need to switch to borderless window mode. Press LSFG's hotkey combo Control Alt and S. Yeah, it's working. See its FPS counter here. Resume the game. The base FPS dropped to around 44. FPS with frame generation it's close to 90. LSFG, just like any other frame generation technique, comes with a performance overhead. Oh, that was close. Can observe the added amount of smoothness. Crosshair is not flickering. Even the game's interface is not flickering. Amazing fluidity. Engage in combat. Whack the zombies. You can see VRAM usage increased to around 5 GB. Current objective: get a shot of antizin from doctor. The location is marked on the minimap. LSFG is a part of a paid application called Lossless Scaling that sells on Steam Store for around $7. Universal frame generator, works on any GPU. Rog Ally users can even use AFMF, it's AMD's driver level implementation of frame generation, completely free. Now I'll switch to AFMF. Very good performance produced by LSFG. Here VRAM usage is close to 5.4 GB. Disable LSFG. Disable Afterburner Overlay. Open Adrenaline Settings. Press Alt and R keys together. FreeSync on. VSync off. AFMF 2.1 on. Search mode set to high. Prevents frame generation smoothing effect from getting disabled during fast visual motion. Performance mode set to quality. 60 FPS cap applied via RTSS. I'll enable Adrenaline's performance overlay to show you the performance metrics. Only it can show the true FPS count with the AFMF enabled. Back to the game. The FPS increased to around 108. Can observe the added amount of smoothness. This is amazing. AFMF seems to be lighter than LSFG in this game. VRAM usage close to 5.5 GB. Okay, I'm observing some flickering around the game's HUD. See, when I spin the camera, minor flickering around the crosshair. So LSFG produced less graphical artifacts in this game, but AFMF produced slightly better performance. It's completely up to you which frame generation technique you want to use. AFMF is completely free, unlike LSFG. It's possible that AMD may update the application in the future, fixing these issues. Okay, now I'll test the game on my Steam Deck. Excellent performance on Rog Ally. I own the LCD variant of deck. Display supports up to 60Hz refresh rate using G Proton version 10-4 as the compatibility layer. Now the game. Game started. Performance game settings. Overlay level set to 2. Frame limit set to 60. That's it. In-game settings. Resolution 800p. Display mode borderless. VSync off. No FPS cap applied. I am running the game on medium settings. View distance 50%. Ambient occlusion on. NVIDIA effects disabled. Motion blur off. Anti-aliasing on. Film grain and chromatic aberration disabled. Playing the game in solo mode. Yeah, online mode works on Steam Deck, no problem. Straight away jumped into the open world. Look at the visuals, gorgeous. Yeah, FPS is close to 60. That's really good to see. Game is not stuttering. Frame pacing graph, it's a flat line. There can be a few hiccups here and there. FPS will stay within a range of 50 to 60. Just run around. Engage in combat. Power draw is close to 25 watts. Should be getting a playtime of around 1 hour 45 minutes on a full battery. Weapon is ineffective now. It's damaged. Change my weapon. Even during combat, FPS is staying close to 60. 53 FPS. Yeah, you can cap the FPS at 40 for a more stable experience. Adjustable range. My weapon. That was brutal. More undead here. Push that zombie away. Leveled up. Okay, I'll just cap the FPS at 40 now. It's not a safe place. Get to the high ground. Oh, I missed that rooftop. Quickly apply a 40 FPS cap. Open performance QM settings. Power consumption should drop now. The FPS is capped at 40. GPU utilization 80 to 85%. Power draw is still on the higher side, 23 watts. So very good experience on both Steam Deck and Rog Ally. I'll be honest, for a 10-year-old game, it really looks very good. Features a big open world for us to explore. Can be played in either solo or co-op mode, completely up to you. That's it for the video guys. I hope you find it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.